Yep.
Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Yes, here we are again. We still don't have Lisa's name added to that introduction. It costs too much. But I am Jim, and there's Todd.
And our wonderful producer, Lisa Gray, in her
I'm
VIP
not buying
suite.
it. Are you buying it? I say you revolt. All come together and revolt.
Revolt.
We've got to cut corners around here somewhere.
Right. Cost cutting.
It's the way it is. Thank you for joining us today on our show. We have a wonderful topic. We're going to get right into it. That is how not to let rising mortgage rates negatively impact your real estate income.
And it's a great topic today because a lot of realtors out there have become paralyzed the last few months going, I don't know what's going to happen in the market. We've seen some pull the brakes and say, I'm going to wait and hold off on my marketing when the heavy hitters are going deeper in.
Yes.
So
heavy hitters are saying now is the time to increase my marketing. Right. Because of...
Oh my gosh, totally.
Exactly.
I can't even imagine. Why would you want to disappear?
Right.
I mean, anything we've gone through, I'm going to have to go back to the pandemic again because it's the most recent thing, but did we stop seeing advertising happen on TV? Did that all go away? Oh, okay, I'm not going to advertise for a couple of years.
It was amazing. There were no commercials during a bunch of TV shows.
That's a good analogy, right? And if the realtor doesn't, they think, oh, they're gone. No, I was just waiting to see what was going to happen.
Yep. Well, we got to keep going at it. So here's a truism. Escalating mortgage interest rates freak out potential buyers and sellers, especially those in the younger age brackets who have only known the low rates that we've enjoyed over the last several years. And it looks like money may become even more expensive to borrow in the near future, at least according to some economists. So how exactly is impacting real estate professionals? How exactly is this?
There's a noun missing.
Ad-lib, just ad-lib it. You got it?
How exactly is this impacting real estate professionals? I'm trying to read it exactly verbatim so I don't
That's what he was taught. He was taught you read every single word.
Just keep it loosey-goosey.
All right. Well, while we hope you haven't been a party to a canceled real estate deal, many agents have. In fact, in July, 63,000 home buyers backed out of a purchase agreement, according to a Redfin study. Now, that represents more than 16% of the pending contracts, according to Caitlin Koterski at Fortune.com. Is that supposed to be a made-up name, or was that a real name?
That's a real one. And you know what's great about this? That you just have to reframe. So if I'm the realtor and I have the buyer right now, we have to reframe that because here are the facts. We're not going to be able to change the facts of the economy, but now we could do what we talked about last week potentially is we can negotiate better and get better terms for them. Okay.
Right.
Leave the furniture in. A couple of years ago, we couldn't get away with that.
Right.
Now we can have some leverage. Say, okay, things have changed here. Now we're going to make things in our favor. So get a strong agent who will go to work.
Oh my gosh, it's so important right now.
Yeah.
And that's why you need to look like the strong agent. Figure out what in your arsenal will make you look like the agent that they need to do.
Right.
And you know, when I was selling real estate, and this may have been 7%, 7.5%.
Those are my
that was normal.
When I was selling, that's in Bakersfield, California. I sold, and you didn't know any better. You just
somehow we survived.
80s. How about the 80s?
Wow! Right, the Carter times,
11%?
gas lines.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Was barely crawling at that point.
No, we were watching Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley back then with our parents.
Wait, were you crawling because you were out drinking all night? You mean? Or?
She tried to get you on that.
Crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
Caitlin goes on to blame higher mortgage rates coupled with high prices as the reason that many buyers have chosen to wait for a better time to buy. So what's an agent to do? Now more than ever is the time to nurture prospects through your pipeline and to encourage anyone in your CRM that has even a smidge of motivation to buy or sell. Remember, they are most likely getting their housing industry news from the mainstream media. To counteract the clickbait and negative news requires that you become more accessible to your sphere of influence.
You know, we're back to that same thing that we talk about all the time. And in the flourishing, beautiful, romantic seller market times that we had over the last 2 years.
The romantic seller market? Yeah, she's going back to where we were. She told us to peer in people's windows. Remember that?
Exactly.
Was that what you're referring to there?
The romanticized seller's market. Everybody's thinking, I don't need a sphere, right? What did we talk about at that time? The importance of the sphere. But many agents thought, why would I need this? I'm going gangbusters. Life is good. Life will always be good. this is why you have the sphere.
It's amazing how many people don't have that sphere of influence list.
Right. The sphere, or you have the farm. So you have areas where people, groups of people that know you, that you have been nurturing all along for the lean times, for the shifting times, for the transition times, so that you keep sailing smoothly along through the sea as everybody else's boat is going down.
Right. And some of them are going to have to switch jobs and go into other professions.
Right.
I wrote down the following as we're going through this. And think about what Dean Jackson's shared with us and taught us throughout the years. This is the time for his strategy where he talks about getting the website about that community or having the booklet. All this, more than any other agent. So if I'm representing the buyer, come to the table, like you said, with the most horsepower that you can. That's positive for them. In other words, what other agent's going to have all that stuff done? None.
Right.
So you also want to increase your reach out frequency with a positive news perspective and answers to the questions that are most likely plaguing them right now. Hopefully you've made note of how each person in your sphere prefers to hear from you, be it by phone, text, email, or direct mail.
That's a good point right there. People do like to be contacted by different ways.
A certain way.
They have different comfort, right?
Right. Concentrate on current homeowners, not first-time buyers. The former will have more cash to buy another home, while many of the latter typically don't have a lot of cash on hand and they're struggling to find a decent mortgage rate. If you have no idea how they like to be contacted, stick with direct mail. It's the least intrusive method, and it's also more likely to be seen by the recipient.
And not only that, think about this. In a world of technology overload, right? And we all deal with it. Our phones, things coming in, notifications. In a world of technology overload, direct response mail or marketing has become more effective than ever. Because think about it, you go to your mailbox, you could read this leisurely. I could go get this today. Not bothering anyone. I could sit and study this for a half hour. I could scan this QR code.
Yeah. Well, and when you're on the internet, so you go on the internet, you're going to go to Macy's and look at something, right? So you're searching, you're Google searching. There's all kinds of ads and things that are coming along the side, the top, the middle, the bottom. Are you looking at every one of those? Are you looking at any of those? Right?
Yeah, no.
You get the mail every day. Do you just go, it's probably nothing and throw it away? No, you go through every piece.
Right.
So that means anybody who puts anything in a mailbox, you are going to get eyes on it. The amount of time, the period of time, well, that depends.
Right.
But you will get eyes on it. When you're spending money digitally, you will not always get eyes on it. And you will pay either way because it's impressions.
Right. That's a good point. Even if you just have a marketing campaign and they throw these away, Susie. Guess what? Susie's owning mind share equals market share. Susie is doing well. Yeah. Even if they just say, that's Susie again.
And the other benefit, we had a show on no spam filter in your mailbox.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, think of that.
And we ate some spam.
Yes.
As well.
Oh my gosh,
studio.
we did.
Yes.
That was, I thought I had a nightmare.
I think Lisa's still having stomach issues from that.
Make fun of spam, but you know what?
Hey.
That was my hurricane food.
It was just in case?
Yeah.
The wife and kids went along with that?
They all fasted.
Exactly.
I'd rather fast. I'm okay.
They're like, we'll just go down to the racetrack gas station.
I was the only one who was fat and happy there. They didn't want to eat it.
You're like, okay, guys, yeah.
All right. Well, as an agent, what should you say? Think like someone who wants to buy or sell, but is taking the negative housing market news to heart. Give them some positive news. Educate them on the various aspects of buying and selling that they may not be considering.
Right, exactly. Taxes is one of them. There's a bunch of them. Taxes is a huge one.
It is, absolutely. Interest rates are higher now than they've been in the recent past, but historically they are still low, as we mentioned that earlier. A lot of us can remember when a 6% mortgage interest rate was a cause for celebration. Historically speaking, we are still on the lower end of the interest rate environment, according to John Reed at time.com. That seems like a very plain name.
Yeah, we're not even sure if John Reed's real, are we?
See, now you got me looking at John Reed like, what did I miss here? That's too simple.
Yeah.
All right. Explain to members of your sphere that it's not wise to try to time the markets. By the time it changes, it may be too late to get what they had hoped for in their home. Buyers who try to time the market may be faced with even higher mortgage rates. High prices and higher mortgage rates have slowed down the pace of days on the market, opening up supply, according to Lindsay Moore.
Which tells us that marketing now is more important than ever.
It is. Buyers will be facing a more relaxed market, which should encourage those who can afford to buy to get out there and look at homes. Now, how about those renters out there? Now, that is one angry group of Americans. How did we determine that? Renters are angry?
I can speak for my son. He's a renter.
Well, because you're saying that if they missed out.
Well, the expense.
No?
Remember, we had the moratorium, but during the last couple of years, rent rates just blew up. Blew up. I know he went from a year ago renting to his new lease. It went up almost $300 a month. And that he was grandfathered in because he was currently renting. Anybody that went to rent new at that same place paid even more. So that kind of stuff was going on across the nation. There's historical highs in monthly rents going on across the nation. So that's why
So it's hurting them in both ways.
mob mentality, yes.
Right, they're waiting
very
for the
angry.
crash, and then they're having trouble renting.
Yeah, they've got these high rental rates,
Right.
yet the home buying prices were so high, like they're stuck. They were
Right.
kind of caught between.
Right. Hey, Mom and Dad, I'll just come visit for a few weeks, help you out with stuff, maybe a few months, you know?
Is my old bedroom still there? Right. So what that means is that tenants now more than ever are wondering if it's cheaper to buy a home instead of continuing to rent. Crunch the numbers in your market and decide if it's better to buy and send postcards targeted at renters or send property flyers to middle class and higher income renters.
Well, and that's
urging tenants to beat. Can I finish the sentence here?
Yeah, go ahead. I got excited.
But you know what I'm going to say, right? You know,
Yes.
urging tenants to beat the rent increases and start paying a mortgage. Todd Robertson, what do you have to say?
I forgot now.
Okay, good. Moving on.
No, go ahead. No, so what I wanted to say about this is that obviously this is happening right now, and you've got to make some decisions, and that's why studying the market right now and see what shakes out in the next 2 months will be important.
Right. Well, and who is your niche? Who are you going to go after? If this is shifting to a buyer's market, who?
Oh, I actually know my real thought. Go ahead. That was good. She's going to lose it. She's going to lose it.
Real thought versus.
We heard the fake thought.
Versus, was the other one did you fake us out with that other?
No, I didn't fake you
It
out.
sounded like a real thought, though. Nice job.
Where I wanted to go with that was the high income renter campaign, because I talked about that yesterday with a young lady who signed up for Market Dominator. She goes, okay, is this package like, what should I do in my area? And I said, beautiful question. So she has a carrier route, a sandbox. And I said, one great thing is you can now surgically prospect, I like to call it. Thing about renters that make X amount. So you're going after high income renters. So that's a perfect scenario.
Right.
So now we can get that granular, which is incredible.
Yeah, because they want to buy. Now
Right.
we've seen the market shifting a little. They are chomping at the bit.
And they're starting to make more money, taxes, different things, life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to become a 100% buyer's agent and totally shift out of listing. But
Right.
as Dean Jackson says, be both.
Yes.
Be it all. You know, if you're listing, why wouldn't you bring the buyer? I mean, do as many things as you possibly can
Right.
to multiply the money that you make off that one
Exactly.
transaction, turn it into multiple.
Yep.
We need to have that guy on our show. Can we do that?
I've tried.
He doesn't
What?
like.
He doesn't want to be on our show?
He's elusive.
He doesn't. Yeah. He's.
No, I wouldn't say he doesn't want. I think he's just too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
He's
too busy
guest-
too, actually.
he
Yeah,
has-
we don't.
He has guest blogged with us. He
Yes.
guest blogs periodically.
All right. So
We're
another
too
great.
busy. We're too busy for him.
Right.
I'm afraid we don't have an opening for you, Dean.
We're going to wait for him to say, okay, I got an opening. No, we're busy then. We're
Right,
booked out
right.
for the next year. Sorry.
Maybe come back in a couple years.
All right. Another great affordable option is to grab some direct response reports that our fine sponsor, ProspectsPLUS.com, has on the topics of renting and low mortgage rate options. These are ideal for the first-time home buyers and frustrated renters. Give them out as a free offer on social media, your direct mail postcards, your email newsletters, and add them to your listing presentations. As free offers, they help you make visible the potential new clients in your market. Now, if you're a seasoned agent, the state of the current market is nothing that you haven't dealt with before.
You know, I just wanted to put a final nail in that topic
Coffin?
you just. Yes, it's not a coffin topic, but I just want to pinpoint what you just said about free offers and really drive this point home. Anytime that you're able to give something of value out to your market, please take advantage of that and do it. And this is with Prospects Plus, this is a very simple way to do it. You don't have to write anything.
Right.
You don't have to create anything. To download one of those reports is $19. The topics are super trendy right now. The shifting to a buyer's market, all the kinds of topics, everything you can imagine a consumer to want to know about, they have topics on this. You can download them for $19. You can print it out on your printer. Or if you're making it a free offer through social media, your email, on your website, you can just hand the PDF out and you don't even have to print a thing. So this is a very low investment item to get hands raised. And the importance of that is if I send out, I can spend money and I can have 1,000 people in my area, my market, and I can send something to every one of those. And I encourage that as well. However, how many of those will be the hand raisers? It's hard to say. You send something, and maybe it'll take a while to reveal the hand raisers in the 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But when you give something of value, you will get those hands raising sooner, and you will start to make visible those individuals that you really want. Those are your hot leads, right? That you really want to go after, and it will happen a lot faster.
Right. It's a beautiful point. And I if I had to guess, I would say 90% of realtors are not coming from that place because they're in, oh my God, what's my next deal? Yeah. Well, Floyd said it. Dean Jackson said it. I think every great real estate trainer said it. If you could be a resource to them and every contact is not just, oh my God, you want to sell? I need some referrals.
Right.
But if you can be a resource and they're like, wow, they're not pushy. They are giving me some free things, some stuff to look at. Well, now you have a comfort level. And when it's time.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a low bar to entry when you're giving something to someone and you're giving something valuable and they know it's thoughtful. When they see the topic, they're like, wow, this person is getting what I'm thinking right now. They're really, we're vibing. We're on the same level. They raise their hand. We've all done it, right? When we see something that is being given to us at no cost and we say, oh, wow, I'd really like to see that. And we raise our hand and now they know. I'm now visible. They know I'm interested in this topic and now they can do more in pursuing me. That will be advantageous to me as well as a consumer, right? Because if somebody is raising their hand saying, I really want to understand the benefits of buying because I'm a renter right now, is it beneficial? And you say, I've got this free report. You want it? Here it is. I'll explain to you why. Guess what? I just told them about me. I'm a renter who wants to buy, right? So now I'm visible.
Yep.
Now you do your job.
Well put.
Go do your job. And your job is to make sure that they come to you as their real estate expert to turn to for all of their real estate advice. And that is how
it's done.
You don't let rising mortgage rates negatively impact your real estate income.
Exactly. You embrace the variables of the market and you go out there and take massive action. So you can take a listing today.
You know who else is taking massive action?
Who?
The people in this stack of postcards right here.
Oh, so we might have a lucky winner today?
We might. Last week, I wasn't so sure, but this week, perhaps we can do this a little quicker.
The postcard reads as follows: appealing to equity.
Oh, that's another.
Now offering a free staging package on every new listing, $2,000 value. Good job, young lady. This is impressive.
There you go. There's a free offer right there.
Yep. So this is Sylvia de la Plaza. Sylvia de la Plaza. Ready? 954 591 6900. Hopefully that's not an office number. It looks like it as opposed to a cell.
Well,
but
if it is, we'll have fun with the receptionist.
Yeah.
As we like to do.
I won't hang up on her.
I'll believe that when I see it. Hello, Sylvia. This is Jim and Todd and Lisa with the Take a Listing Today podcast. Live on the air. We're calling from ProspectsPLUS.com because you did a postcard with that company recently.
I sure did.
By the way, great looking card. I love your offer on that, by the way.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's a differentiator. That's a differentiator. Great job.
What made you pick
We
that?
all have to do that, right? And
Yes.
This is my brand. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I love it. So we just want to ask you a couple questions about your postcard, if it's a campaign, and give you a chance to win $100 to anything on Prospects Plus website. Sound good?
I love it. Sounds great.
So what made you pick this card, and who did you mail this to? Was this geographical, or was this to your list?
So I have 2 geographical farms, and I mailed it to each farm.
Well
One
done.
is a little bit higher of a price point, so the staging's a little bit more. So maybe their offer is just a little bit higher, but it's basically the same postcard. I did not use the campaign. I actually went in and did postcard by postcard because I'm very particular. And by doing it postcard by postcard, I was actually able to change the front of the postcard. And if you do a campaign, you can only change the back. So I might have liked a postcard that said how to best sell in the spring, but I wanted to send it in the winter. And I was able to change it from spring to winter. So that's why I did it that way.
Smart idea.
You know what?
Well done.
It was so fast. It was easy, piece of cake.
Awesome. The photos on the back of this are beautiful.
She's buttering us up. She wants to win more money on the question. She's buttering us.
That was my latest listing, and it did not start off so beautiful. So staging really helped it out.
I was thinking
Well
that's
done.
an example of your staging that you put there.
Right, it's a differentiator because we don't have anyone else in our stack here as we're doing podcasts that has that offer.
So you can like turn a ugly mobile home into a palace with some staging.
You know what? I work with professionals, and my professional stager just does amazing work. I mean, a lot of times I'll start off in my head thinking this is going to be listed at such and such price point, and when she's done, I think I knocked this one up $50,000.
Really? Wow.
Oh my gosh, that is such an important point you just made right there.
Wow.
For any agent who does not understand the power of staging, did you just hear that? The monetary value of that.
And she's going to do it for free for you and potential
It's a win
profit.
it's a win for everyone.
Right.
The seller wins, she wins, Sylvia wins.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
And referrals. Think about referrals from that. So that's smart beyond belief.
Absolutely. There you go.
Absolutely. Even from other realtors. You know, I've had two realtors, both from Sotheby's. They don't necessarily know each other. A couple years apart, and one said, you know, you just really know how to prepare a house. And the other one, this was my favorite compliment. She said, you know, every time I see you as a listing agent, I get so happy because I know I'm going to take my buyer to a really nice looking home.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh.
So there you go. Now it's rippling out even further. You're affecting the buyer's agent.
Yes.
You know, and that makes them look great. Like, wow, they always take me out.
They took me to a great place.
It's a really great house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's really
Absolutely.
cool.
Well, she's been wonderful, Jim. I say we give her a chance to win $100 and some swag from our. I mean, she's been a trooper.
That sounds we had a great story, Sylvia. So I think we should do that. A gift card, some podcast swag, but of course you do have to answer a simple "Take a Listing Today" podcast trivia question.
He calls it simple, Sylvia. It's not that simple sometimes.
And if the definition of simple is impossible, then we're right on
I was going to say, you know, I don't really specialize in the trivial. I only know the important. So here we go.
There
We'll
you
give
go.
it a shot.
Well, this is very important, and since we like you, we're going to actually give you 3 possible answers. So you all have to do is pick one of the answers.
See, now that's nice.
One in 3.
Chance. 33% chance.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But now I'll feel even worse if I don't get it. Okay, go ahead.
Don't. Trust me.
You're certainly not the first who doesn't get one of these right. So anyway,
Right.
here comes your question. Who was the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? Was it A, Bob Bay, B, Dan Day, or C, John Jay?
Okay, now this doesn't sound fair.
Can I Google this? Hurry up. Wait, hold on.
Yes, I'd like
Yes.
to do that.
If
So
you're
it's Bob Bay.
if you're timely and we don't know about it, yes.
You know what? I'm not going to Google it. I'm just going to go with the first one and let the chips fall where they may. It's fine.
I like her style.
Right.
I like her style.
The names all sounded ridiculous. Who names their child these names?
Right.
All right. So the first one was Bob Bay. Show me Bob Bay.
Oh, you would have won. Oh, you would have loved all the prizes,
What
the
were
swag.
the other ridiculous names? John Jay.
Dan Day or John Jay?
But one of them became a Supreme Court justice, so we're making fun of their names. So one of them went on to do great things.
John Jay. John Jay was the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
I say we give her another chance. That seemed way out there to
dear.
me.
You know what? I think I'd prefer to just have my ego intact and say thank you so much.
No.
I think I could stop her another loss right now.
She
Okay.
started her day happy.
Right, all positive.
Here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. I know my postcards are going to result in another listing, so I'm good. But thank you.
But
for
you've
the
got
opportunity.
to spend money, and if we can save you some money, it's like extra money in the bank for you.
One more question for
Let
you.
me tell you how much I like Prospects Plus.
Okay.
You guys are amazing.
Oh.
First of all, it just so happens that these postcards are the content postcards,
Yes.
and you guys just happen to give 10% off for content this past week. So I went ahead and used it. And you gave me another email a couple weeks ago that said, this is how people always save money. I bought my own gift cards to pay for the postcards.
Brilliant.
Every time I buy a gift card, it's 10% off.
She's the
So
only one
I
that
was
reads
able
our
to save-
stuff, I think.
Yeah.
I do. You have great information.
Hey, Sylvia, isn't that fantastic, that gift card thing? Keep in mind at the end of the year tax season, how you want to use those gift cards. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you,
well,
in other words, if you need to, you could purchase before the end of
or
the year.
spend it
Yes.
after.
Yeah. If you're needing to push
absolutely.
that up, that money
Good
up.
point.
And then use
sounds
it
good.
in the new year. You can really play with those gift cards. And what I'm talking about, what Sylvia is talking about, is when you buy a gift card, you're getting 10% off. If
Right.
you buy a
$1,000
gift card, you're paying $900. Wait, is that 10%?
Yep.
So that's what we're talking about. You instantly are saving 10%, and then you put them on your account as a credit and use it to buy your own marketing. That is.
And here's the deal. You can do it right away. So
Yes.
I bought my gift card and then I immediately used it.
Yes.
It's not like, I had to buy it way in advance either.
Nope. Instantly.
You're incredible. You know
Sylvia,
what,
Are you trying to butter us up so you don't have to have another question?
Sylvia?
That's exactly right.
All right, then you win.
Sylvia, you won!
All right. You win. We're not going to do the questions anymore.
All right, Sylvia.
Todd, what does Sylvia win today?
Sylvia just won the first time in world history without going through the formal process. $100 gift card. Good for about anything on Prospects Plus website. A t-shirt from the Take a Listing Today podcast, 2 mugs, and a signed book. Become a listing legend, although I have a feeling she already is.
She could write that book.
Right.
She could write that book.
What a
With the
deal.
help of
I think it was your charm. I think it was your charm that got you out of the second question.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know what it was, but I'm really happy.
You're very persuasive. Thank you, Sylvia. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
That was great fun.
Have
Sylvia.
a great day, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thanks
Thank
for brightening
you.
my afternoon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to shoot you an email. Bye-bye.
How do you make her go through another question after
I
all
know.
of that,
Oh,
right?
poor thing. She goes, I think I'd just like to keep my ego intact and hang up right now.
She had me at, when she's talking about my Blue Banner sale.
Right.
But then she talks about the gift card thing, which I wondered if that went over people's heads. She got it.
We have to play that at lunch next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Is Prospects Place making any money off of her? Because she's getting discounts on the gift cards and then
Right.
doing promo codes. And
We don't think so, but
Yeah.
now that we have her on this,
you might be giving her money to.
That's right.
The next time you send out through Prospects Plus, we will give you money.
Yes.
Wow, she's
We're now a 501c3.
like one of those coupon shoppers.
Exactly.
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed hearing Sylvia's story and hearing about how you should not let mortgage rates that are on the rise affect your income. If you're a great agent, which if you're watching the show, of course you are,
Yep.
it's not going to bother you, is it?
And if you haven't already, subscribe so you get a notification every single week.
Smart idea.
And make sure to like this episode. Thumbs up, right? Give it a thumbs up. We appreciate that.
And,
Yeah.
and Lisa's giving out some awards or money for the first 5 people that email.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I didn't say that, but well, we can.
Oh.
But now we are.
Apparently we are.
Okay, so let them know what they need to do.
So it's first 5 people that email me at lisa@takealistingtoday.com. I'll send you a $25 gift card.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that only applies to people who actually stuck around to the very end.
Oh yeah, otherwise
Of our
this will
show.
be really
Yep.
interesting because
This will be interesting.
we're rolling credits right now. Yeah.
We are rolling.
The music already ran out, so bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.